It was a day like any other when Eliza stumbled upon the scholarship opportunity. An ordinary day, with the sun shining just as it always did, and the world moving in its usual rhythm. But for Eliza, it was a day that held the promise of change, the seed of a dream that was about to be nurtured. She had been scrolling through her emails, her eyes skimming over the usual influx of newsletters, updates, and offers, when one subject line caught her attention. Scholarship opportunity, it read, and in that moment, hope flickered bright and warm in her heart. She clicked on the email, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The scholarship was for a full ride to medical school, a chance for her to pursue her dream without the burden of financial constraints. She could almost see it, the white coat, the stethoscope, the chance to make a difference in the world. But she also knew that this was no easy feat. The scholarship was highly competitive, sought after by thousands across the country. It required not just academic excellence, but a demonstration of commitment, of passion for the field of medicine. Eliza knew that she had these qualities, but portraying them compellingly on paper was a challenge in itself. Yet the prospect of this opportunity ignited a spark in Eliza. It was an uphill climb, steep and treacherous, but the view from the top, the realization of her dream, was worth every effort. She decided then and there that she would throw herself into this, pour her heart and soul into every word of the application. In the silence of her room, Eliza made a pact with herself. A pact to work harder than she ever had, to push her limits, to bear the weight of the world on her shoulders, if it meant turning her dreams into reality. Eliza knew this was her chance to turn her dreams into reality, and she was determined not to let it slip through her fingers. To find out more about Eliza's journey and many more inspiring stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Your support means the world to us as we continue to bring you these captivating tales. With renewed vigor, Eliza poured her heart and soul into the scholarship application. She sat down at her desk, a blank canvas before her, and began to paint a picture of who she was and who she hoped to become. She was more than just a student. She was a dreamer, a warrior, a beacon of resilience. She was a girl from a small town with big dreams, dreams of healing the world, one patient at a time. In her application, she detailed her academic achievements, her volunteer work, her unwavering commitment to medicine. Every word, every sentence was carefully chosen, each one a testament to her passion, her dedication, and her resolve. But the journey wasn't easy. As the days turned into weeks, Eliza found herself juggling her part-time job as a waitress with her studies. She would rush from the bustling restaurant to the quiet library, her mind constantly switching gears from serving tables to absorbing medical textbooks. The long hours and the constant fatigue began to take a toll on her. But Eliza was no ordinary girl. She was a fighter. She knew that every sacrifice, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night was an investment in her future. Her younger brother, her biggest cheerleader, was always by her side, offering words of encouragement and quizzing her on medical terminology. Their late-night study sessions became a ritual, a testament to their shared belief in Eliza's dream. As the deadline approached, the pressure mounted. But Eliza was not one to crumble under pressure. She thrived in it. She double-checked her application, triple-checked it, and then, with a deep breath, she submitted it. The submission marked the end of one journey and the beginning of another. It was a moment of relief, of hope, of anticipation. But most importantly, it was a moment of pride. Eliza had given it her all, and regardless of the outcome, she had proven to herself that she was capable of extraordinary things. Every sacrifice, every drop of sweat was an investment in her future. And now, all Eliza could do was wait, her dreams hanging in the balance, her future just a scholarship away. As the application deadline drew near, Eliza found herself consumed by a whirlwind of emotions. The prospect of her dreams coming true had her heart fluttering in her chest. But there was also a gnawing fear, a shadow of doubt that threatened to dampen her spirits. What if her efforts weren't enough? What if her dreams remained? Just that, dreams. But Eliza was not one to be easily deterred. She had poured her heart into this application, given it her all. There was no room for regret, no room for second thoughts. She had to believe, to hope, that her dedication, her passion, would shine through, would convince the scholarship committee that she was worth investing in. And so, battling her nerves, her doubts, Eliza hit the submit button. There was no turning back now. With a deep breath, she submitted her application, her fingers trembling with a mixture of nerves and determination. This was it, the moment of truth. The rest was out of her hands. In the weeks that followed, Eliza found it increasingly difficult to focus on her studies and her part-time jobs. As the days turned into weeks, she found herself in a state of limbo. The wait for the scholarship results was like a slow-moving river, its current tugging at her patience, testing her resilience. Each day, she tried to keep busy, immersing herself in her daily routine. She continued to serve tables at the local diner, her smile never wavering, her service always impeccable. She poured herself into her studies, her textbooks and notes, a constant companion. Yet, no matter how much she tried, her mind would inevitably drift back to the scholarship. It was like a song stuck on repeat, a melody she couldn't shake off. She would replay the details of her application, every word, every sentence, like a movie trailer on an endless loop. Was her personal statement strong enough? Had she highlighted her strengths effectively? Did she manage to convey her passion for medicine, her commitment to making a difference? These questions haunted her, their presence as constant as her shadow. The nights were the hardest. As the world around her fell into a peaceful slumber, Eliza would find herself wide awake, her mind a whirlpool of thoughts and what-ifs. She would stare up at the ceiling, her heart pounding in her chest, the ticking of the clock a cruel reminder of the passing time. She tried to keep her anxiety at bay, reminding herself that she had done everything she could. The application was out of her hands now. All she could do was wait. Yet, the uncertainty was a heavy burden. The weight pressing down on her like a leaden blanket. Her dreams were filled with a myriad of possibilities. Some nights, she would see herself being selected for the scholarship. Her joy boundless, her future bright. Other nights, her dreams would morph into nightmares, her name absent from the list of recipients, her hopes dashed. Her mind was constantly preoccupied, replaying the details of her application and imagining the possibilities that lay ahead. As the days dwindled down, the anticipation grew. The suspense building like a crescendo, the final note just out of reach. The wait was agonizing, yet she held on, her hope a flickering flame in the darkness. The day the results were to be announced, Eliza felt as if her heart might beat out of her chest. The anticipation was palpable, a tangible force that seemed to fill every nook and cranny of the library where she sat, her eyes glued to the computer screen. The seconds ticked by, each one heavy with the weight of her future. Eliza's eyes scanned the list of scholarship recipients, her breath hitching as she searched for her name amidst the sea of applicants. Every heartbeat seemed to echo in the silence, a drum roll that crescendoed as her name appeared on the screen. In that moment, a surge of elation and disbelief washed over her, a tidal wave of joy that left her breathless. She had done it. She had won the scholarship. Relief, like a soothing balm, spread through her, easing the tension that had knotted her shoulders for weeks. The scholarship was more than just a financial aid. It was a validation of her efforts, a testament to her determination, and a beacon of hope, lighting the path to her dreams. The joyous news ignited a spark within Eliza, a spark that grew into a blazing flame of renewed hope and determination. Winning the scholarship didn't mean the end of challenges. Far from it. She knew the path to becoming a doctor would be paved with trials and tribulations. But now she was not just dreaming of a future in medicine, she was actively forging it. With the scholarship, the seemingly insurmountable mountain of medical school felt a little less daunting. It was as if she had been given a sturdy pair of climbing boots, and while the climb would still be steep, she knew she wouldn't be climbing barefoot. As Eliza left the library, her steps were lighter, her heart filled to the brim with a potent mix of joy, relief, and anticipation. She was eager to share the news with her family, to see their proud smiles, and feel their warm hugs. She was eager to step into the future she had been dreaming of, a future that was now within her reach. Eliza's dreams were no longer just a distant aspiration. They were now within her grasp. As Eliza made her way home, her steps were lighter, her heart soaring with a sense of renewed purpose. The streets that once seemed so ordinary now shimmered with the promise of a brighter future. Her dreams were no longer distant stars. They were planets within her reach, ready to be explored and discovered. Eliza understood that the journey ahead would be demanding. Medical school, residency, long hours, sleepless nights, they were all waiting for her. Yet, she welcomed these challenges with open arms, armed with her unwavering determination and the knowledge that she was one step closer to her dream. She anticipated the look of pride on her parents' faces when she shared the news. The thought of her brother's wide-eyed admiration filled her with warmth. This scholarship was not just a victory for her, but for her entire family. She knew the journey ahead would still be arduous, filled with challenges and obstacles to overcome. But for now, she allowed herself to bask in the joy of her achievement.